It's me again. My name, for anyone who doesn't already know me here, is Sara Oehler. I am the Sales and Marketing Manager for SilverSilk Company, and I'm super excited to do a design challenge with some products from one of my favorite people in the beading industry, Nealay Patel. Nealay and I have been friends for several years now, and I so enjoy his design aesthetic. So I'm always excited when I get to work with him on a project, and he and I work together to create the kit that I'm going to be opening today, which will contain some silver silk, some findings, some beading wire, and some beads that were specifically picked by Nealay. So I'm super excited to show you guys what I've got today. But before we get started, I wanted to show you something that I made from one of Nealay's mystery kits on a design challenge not too long ago. I feel like it was maybe earlier this year. So Nealay sometimes puts together these mystery kits, and he gave me one for one of my design challenges. And this pendant here contains the silver silk that he sells on his website, which is SilverSilkOnline.com. And he actually made these pendants in the mystery kit. And then I just, put together a basic necklace. You don't need to do much when you've got this beautiful, gorgeous centerpiece already created for you. So lots of fun. I used the fluorite wire, which is actually going to be in the kit that we use today. So I thought this was another good example for you guys to check out the kinds of things you can do with silver silk, because I'll probably do something very different than what Nealay did here with this gorgeous pendant. I get so many compliments when I wear this necklace. I think, Nealay, you're out there. So I get so many compliments when I wear this necklace, and it's because of your beautiful pendant, of course. And then one other thing I wanted to point out before we get going is we have some copies of Nealay's book, which is Jewelry Designs knitted beading wire. And again, this is a bunch of different projects using the knitted beading wire that you can find on the SilverSilk website. And some of the projects even incorporate in soft flex, which is what I'm going to be doing today, of course. And I'm looking forward to giving it a try. I've actually, as much as I admire Nealay and am excited about his owning SilverSilk now, I actually have never used the SilverSilk. So this is going to be brand new for me today too. And if you really love what you see, you can pick up a book, and then I have 28 of these kits available on our website, which is www.silversilkcompany.com. That's the smallest amount of kits we've had available in a very long time. So I imagine that they could go very quickly. So if you want a kit, make sure you get one before the live show ends so that you can secure it, because there aren't very many. But you can also buy SilverSilk itself just from Nealay. You just won't get all the other parts and pieces and things that we'll be looking at today. Look at the cool things you can do with this stuff. It's awesome. Nealay says SilverSilk and SilverSilk Company are a wonderful pairing and a match made in heaven. I agree. I totally agree. And you'll be seeing some photos and things of Nealay and I, because we're actually going to be filming Beads, Baubles, and Jewels in 2 weeks in Ohio, with Jill Wiseman as well. The three of us are kind of traveling together. And then Kate Richburg will be doing a segment for SilverSilk as well. So we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and you'll see us definitely some updates from Nealay and I as we make our way through the country and then do some really cool filming. Anyway, let's flip down. Let's take a look at this kit, and I have kind of an idea of what I might want to try to make, but again, I've never done this before, so you're going to have to bear with me, because sometimes the ideas in my head don't work perfectly in real life. So we're going to try it and see what happens, and we'll definitely learn some lessons along the way. So I'm just going to hop you down over here, and we can get going. We got Nealay's pretty book up here. Some design ideas there at the bottom. Okay. so this is how you'll get a kit from us. This is pretty much how all of our kits come. If you buy one of these, you're gonna get a nice little wrapped package in the mail. Hey Sue, how are you? I know, Nealay, 2 weeks to get all of our ducks in a line. And guess who really needs to do her projects? This lady. This lady really needs to get ahead of the ball on this beads, baubles, and jewels thing. Okay, so I'm very excited about this kit, you guys. So you know I've been doing design challenges for a long time, and I just recently decided that we need to start buying a little bit of what we sell or what we show so that we can go ahead and sell it to you as a full kit, because it just makes a lot of sense. So that's why you're going to see more and more of these kits that are actually sellable, and so you can get exactly what I'm using. I'm doing good, Sue. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good too. Let's see, Nealay says, I still have to prep my projects, so it's not just you. Oh, thank God. Well, I haven't even made my project, so I'm really behind, but I'm going to do it. I always come in at the last minute with things. I'm definitely the procrastinator type when it comes to making things. Okay, so SilverSilk and More presents Tuesday Toots. Join Nealay Patel every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Central on Facebook Live to learn new designs and techniques using SilverSilk and More. I also see a coupon here. I'm checking the expiration date is September 30th, and it cannot be combined with a current promotion or coupon, but it's 20% off your next purchase. You're going to use code SOFTFLEX at checkout, and we'll go ahead and leave this up here so that you can keep a track of it. Let me actually tape it down. Hey, Anya, I feel like I haven't seen you for a while on here. You must be busy in Germany. Okay, so let's tape it down so it doesn't move around, and there we go. All right, we got our Tuesday Toots information and our coupon all there. And you can find SilverSilk on Facebook at SilverSilk and More. All right, so let's open up our kit. So I picked the fluorite colored beading wire. I actually didn't even realize that I had used the fluorite the last time I had a kit from Nealay. It just was like automatic. I guess Nealay makes me think of like fluorite for some reason. It's such a pretty color. It's kind of like a mint green color. And I think it's, you know, one of those colors that people don't really realize how lovely it is until they see it in a design. So it's a great challenge color for that reason. But it's just like a really light, soft green, and we call it fluorite because it's based off of some fluorite gemstones that we have in our gallery. And if you're not familiar with SOFTFLEX, it is a 49-strand stainless steel beading wire. It's braided together in a proprietary braid. It's made in the USA and sold through our website, softflexcompany.com. It comes in lots of different colors, and the color is actually in the nylon coating of the wire. And so it's permanent, it doesn't change. We have tons and tons of different options. Oh, is it your favorite, Nealay? Nealay says the mint seafoam color is my fave. Yeah, I don't know why this color makes me think of you, but it does. So I naturally picked it. And then Nealay made something really cool inside this kit, you guys, that he sent. I'm so excited to show it to you. And you're going to have to tell us how you made this, Nealay, because I'm still not really even clear on how you did it. But look at this, you guys. It says, happy beading. Oh, these cards are nice, Nealay. Woo, fancy. There's his email address, too, if you need to order through email. Fancy card, nice. Okay, so look at this, you guys. Nealay made these exclusively for this kit. So this is the back, which is sort of a silver color, which is sort of cool too. And then the front is like a really pretty sort of a teal green color. So lovely. So this is definitely something we want to try to use today. He sent, of course, some SilverSilk, which again, I've never used, so I'm a little nervous about how this is gonna all operate, but I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, Nealay, you have to tell us how you're making these pendants. If you're still here, I know you have a day job, so you probably have to get back to it, but if you're still here, tell us how on earth you're making those. So Nealay and I went on JTV together years ago, and there was a lady on there that was selling SilverSilk on the same show as us. And she gave us a bunch of samples to take home and try. And Nealay went home, tried the samples, loved it so much that he wrote a whole book on using this knitted wire, which you can find on our website for sale. And then when the owners of the company decided that they were ready to retire, he actually purchased this company from them. And so now he owns SilverSilk and has changed it to SilverSilk and More because he does a lot of other things too. But he's got the SilverSilk in a bunch of different colors. And then I assume it's also in different thicknesses and weights. I don't know everything about it, but maybe he can give us a little information. Ooh, okay, so let's read about the pendant. Oh, it's always hard to see more on my phone. So that is a custom laser cut pendant that I designed on my computer and cut it myself. And I can't read the rest, but I'm sure you guys can there at home. But this is laser cut that he designed. He's a graphic designer for his regular day job. So you can find this in our kit on our website, which is sawflexcompany.com. And I believe this was exclusive to our kit. Is that right, Nealay? That's how I understood it. Okay, so we've got our SilverSilk. And then Nealay sent me some findings, which I'm interested in testing out with our specialty glue. This is something that we also sell on the SawFlex website. It's an instant glue that I've used for years on things like Stretch Magic, or when I make my bead woven designs and I knot SawFlex, I usually put just a little bit of specialty glue to fill in the gap on the knot and make sure that it's nice and strong and gonna hold together. So it's a great gap filling glue. I'm not sure how much of it to use in this scenario. Normally I don't use a lot. I just unscrew the top. Hopefully this will open from the last time I used it. I usually unscrew the top or this little cap here. Looks like I glued it closed. And I can just dip a little stick inside of it. Hey Kristen, can you please let James or Rosa know that I need a new bottle of specialty glue? Because at my last class I closed it up too soon and I glued it shut. So someone will grab that for me. At any rate, I normally screw it open and then I'll just use like a head pin or an eye pin or something just to put a little bit on. But I think I'm gonna need more than that in this case. So I'm considering, I've been thinking about it, I'm considering actually like putting the end of this knitted wire in the glue and then putting it down inside the thing and closing it. But again, this is like totally foreign to me. Nealay says the pendant is exclusive to the SawFlex kit. I don't think I will reproduce that exact design. So if you want this really cool pendant that Nealay designed, make sure you buy the kit because there's only 28 and they are likely to go quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna pour out my beads. Each bead mix from Nealay is different. Rosa had pointed out to me. So the beads you see here that I got when you buy your kit won't be exactly the beads. Oh, you don't need glue? wait a minute. You just put this in here and clasp it down, and you don't need glue? It just makes me so nervous, and it holds. I'm like, I'm having a hard time believing. You've never steered me wrong before, but that just sounds like it would come out. The crimp has grooves in it that catch the ball chain inside the capture chain, so no special things are needed. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Well, that's really great. That'll make it easy. I might still want to put a little glue just to feel certain. Hey Liz, I do a lot of talking on these live shows. Maybe you should watch some of our YouTube videos because those are a little more straight to the point. Thomas says I'm a cynic. Yes, I definitely am a cynic. That's for sure. Okay, so everyone's going to get a different mixture of beads in their kits if you buy a kit. So what you see here isn't exactly what you're going to get, but it'll be very similar. It'll be a mixture of what look like sort of a Jesse James beads mix that Nealay has put together for you. I am a total cynic, and I really like things to be like really secure. I feel like that's my Softflex side of 20 years at Softflex Company. Like, I really like things to be secure. The kit comes with a pair of ear wires and a lobster clasp. Also some sterling silver Softflex crimp tubes, which we all know are the best. They're very thick and very strong and very sturdy, and they're very seamless. So it's a solid tubing. It's going to give you a really strong hold. And then there's one other mix of beads that we added in, which is just sort of a complementary color of a check bead and then some little bugle beads, just to give you a little bit more to work with in the kit, in addition to these really fancy grouping of beads that Nealay had put together. So let me find something to pour these beads into so I don't make a big mess. And I can get myself a little organized. So what I really wanted to try today is, I've seen Nealay thread the Softflex through the SilverSilk. And so what I really wanted to try, and this is long, this is a pretty long piece. How long is this? Do you remember, Nealay? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's almost like it could be earrings and a necklace. It's a short necklace. Let's see. Yeah, it could probably do like a cool pair of earrings and a necklace. I'm gonna cutter. I assume I can just cut this with like a regular pair of cutters. So I'm thinking my length is gonna be shorter on this because of the kind of design I have in mind. So I'm gonna leave, we'll measure it, snip it. Look at that, it doesn't like, I thought it would fray more at the end, but it's like really pretty sturdy how it's knitted. Nealay says he thinks he gave us 2 feet. I feel like I can probably make a pair of earrings and a necklace with this length. Let me see what length I just cut off for anybody that's trying to make something similar to me. I cut about 17 inches off for the necklace that I plan on working on. And I'm gonna just leave the ends for later. I'm gonna start working down here in the center. If you're new to Facebook Live, the comments can be swiped off the page. So if you're trying to see what I'm doing down here and the comments are covering it, you just swipe left or right and it'll move those comments out of the way. The capture chain is packaged in 3-foot lengths if you buy it on Nealay's website. And the knit is designed to not fray when cut. It's awesome. So again, I'm using our Soft Flex and the fluorite. Yeah, I'm really, I mean, I guess I knew since the way I've seen you use it that it must not like really fray at the end, but that's like fascinating that it doesn't, that you can snip it like that and then it's like, it just kind of holds on at the end there. Very cool. So I definitely wanted to use this, but I have a different idea in my head. I'm thinking about loops. I've been thinking about this design for a little while now, and I've been thinking about what it might be like to do some loops over the top of each other, like varying the size so they kind of all play together. And then I was thinking about adding maybe some of the little beads on here too, like this one in the center here, but I'm not too certain yet exactly what I want to do, so we're going to play around with it. So is it very hard to get the Soft Flex through here? I've seen Nealay do this. Is there a trick to getting it through is my question. It looks like it would just slide right, yeah, slide right in to the knitting, and then I can unspool some. Hey Sandra, thanks for joining us. And I want it to lay flat, so I'm thinking what I'll probably want to do is actually go back in again somewhere. You see what it's like here. Yeah, and then I want to make like a circle down here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a crimp tube and just cut this wire off here. I'm going to take a crimp tube on either side, and I'm using our Soft Flex crimp tubes that come in the SilverSilk kit. And then I'm going to string my wire one side through the bead, and then I'm going to go through the crimp tube on the other side. And that's not going to hold it just by itself. So let me put one other bead on here. Maybe these ones would be kind of cute in the center here. So I'm going to try this one, and then this one. Oh, will the wire go through those twice? Oh yeah, it will. Nice. Okay, so I'm pushing the wire through the beads in opposite direction so that I can create a little Soft Flex design. And then I can take the wire on either side into the crimp tube that I already slid on there, and I can bring that down to the beads to make like a little circle on either side. I'm going to kind of take a look at it and make sure I feel good about how it's laying. It seems like it's turned just a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. And then I got to think about the size I want to do. This is my center, so I probably want this one to be the biggest. But I also want to think about when you have weight on Soft Flex, you know, is it going to pull down not in a circle but be an oval? And, you know, am I okay with that? So basically, before you crimp, you want to make sure everything's just how you like it, because once you crimp, there's no way to go back and see it again. Angie's asking if she can see the SilverSilk up close. She's never been able to see details well. Yep, this is it. It is a knitted wire, and maybe Nealay can even post a description of what exactly SilverSilk is. And this particular one has like little beads in the center of it. It comes in lots of different colors, and then I think it also comes in different weights. But this is the one that you'll get if you get our kit at the Soft Flex website. You're welcome, Angie. No problem. I'm always open. If I catch your question or your thoughts, I'm happy to help let you look at things a little bit closer or answer questions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and crimp this guy. So I'm using our magical crimpers, and I'm going to try to get up close for those of you that have never seen it used before. The crimp tube fits it dead center inside the crimping plier, and this is our Softflex crimp tube that comes in the kit. I'm going to center it on the wires, and it's good if the wires are side by side. They don't have to be, but it is helpful for a nice clean connection. I'm going to compress. The first time, if I do it correctly, I'll get what looks like a little square, sort of like a little ravioli. It pinches 4 little corners on your crimp tube. And then you're going to go in the opposite way. So now you're pinching down those 4 corners. You're still putting it dead center in the same space in the crimping plier and compressing. And then you want to just go around and around it, kind of in every direction, 6 or 7 times, making sure it's all nice and anchored down in your nylon coating. So it's not going to slip or slide, but it looks like a little metal bead and looks quite lovely. And then you can slide in with your cutters right up next to that crimp tube. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to snug the crimp up to those beads. Like that. So I put it in the center of my crimping plier and then I snugged it. And then I got my little square ravioli. And I'll just go around and around it. SilverSilk is 36 gauge, 99.9% enameled copper wire woven into a chain. And then he goes more into detail about capture chain too. So make sure you read that post to understand what it is that this material is that I'm using. It's quite lovely. I mean, it really is quite a beautiful product. And this is a great opportunity if you haven't tried it before to just try a little bit, but then get a bunch of other cool stuff too, you know, in your kit. So there is our first little guy. And I'm going to do a couple of these so that they sort of overlap. So I'm going to go on to the next one here and cut another decent sized piece of wire, or Softflex beading wire. And then I'm going to find a spot, maybe like right here. Looking for the perfect spot to push through here. There you go. So easy to add the Softflex. It's really kind of cool. And I'm going to go in another spot to come back down. Let's go over a little bit here. Goes. Just like sewing. Nothing to it. I think the weight of the beads will actually be really handy because of the way that I'm going into the SilverSilk. It should help weigh it down so that they actually do sit really nicely next to each other. Let's see, so this next one, I'm thinking about doing this bead here, and then maybe we'll do this pretty, although we have to do 2 of them, so we got to be cautious about, I'm a little worried the crimp's going to go inside here, but I guess it won't matter too much. Maybe I'll just grab a little seed bead. It'll be easy to stopper it. Let's see what I've got in my magic bag of seed beads. Sometimes a seed bead can really help just be big enough to keep that crimp from sliding in. could use one just a little bigger. This is a size 11, so seems like it should do the trick. Or I could do this little O bead. Try that and see. Some little O beads from my Seed Bead Revolution stash. Dump a few of those out there. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take a crimp on either side. My favorite color of Softlex is the turquoise, by far. Absolutely, no question about it. Fluorite is up there though. I do like this fluorite color a lot. I tend to use the bone a lot. I love the bone color. And then the antique brass, the copper, the silver, the gold, you know, all of those are great colors. Okay, so I'm going to feed back into my beads on either side and then back into my crimps. Yeah, there's new orange SilverSilk. Have you guys seen that on Nealay's website? Just in time for fall. A beautiful color of orange too. Really lovely. It's like almost like a burnt orange. It's really pretty. Yeah, I knew exactly what you were talking about, Sandra. I've seen it. You like the brown SilverSilk? Oh, were you asking me my favorite color of SilverSilk, Nealay? Or was it Softlex? SilverSilk I really haven't used. I really gotta get into it here. I have not had the chance to like really play with it. Maybe we can do a fun video when we're together in Ohio using SilverSilk and Softlex together. Like I did, we could do a pajama party like Kristen and I did. That would be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and crimp this just the same way as I did this one. And then we'll keep going up. I think I might make it just a slightly bigger because I want room to grow in size as I keep adding beads here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now I'm gonna get you don't have to worry too much if you're being even on the left or the right because it's a circle, so you can actually kind of adjust and move it around. We'll be in Cleveland, kind of in the outskirts of Cleveland is where we're going to be for a couple of nights. I am very excited to spend time with both Nealay and Jill Wiseman. We are going to have a blast. And I imagine we're going to come up with like a million beading ideas. While we're all together. I expect it to be really inspirational. Angie says, oh, that reminds me, I have been curious about the colored Softlex. Does it affect the look of the piece? It absolutely does affect the look of the piece. If you're stringing underneath your beads, it affects it if your beads are translucent. So most gemstones will pick up the color of thread or wire that's underneath them. And it can make a big difference if you've got like a bright pink rhodochrosite wire underneath some really soft pink rose quartz. It can really darken the gemstone and make a huge difference. But if you're exposing the wire, it definitely makes a difference because it can totally change the design if you're using this fluorite color versus using a copper color, or using one of our blues like the tanzanite, or using a bright red like a red coral. You know, color can really change the feeling of a design dramatically. And I think that's true with beading wire, beads, or even the SilverSilk. You know, it'll feel really different depending on what you're using. Are you going to be at a show? No, we're actually going to be filming Beads, Baubles, and Jewels for PBS. We're all going to be doing projects using SilverSilk beading wire, and Nealay will be doing a project using his SilverSilk with SilverSilk on the PBS show, and I will be doing a knitted project and then a seed bead project, and Jill's got some projects lined up, and then Kate Richburg is actually going to be designing using SilverSilk as well. So it's going to be a really exciting week, and then we'll definitely let everyone know when those episodes are going to actually be available to watch. I assume it's going to be sometime next spring, but I don't really know exactly yet. So I'm thinking this one could be nice next, or even this would be nice. Just a softer green to do our next one. I'm going to do up one side, and then we'll do a closure on the end, and then I'll do the other side off camera, so you guys don't have to hang out to watch the same thing over and over again. I'm just going to clip off another piece of SilverSilk so I can do my third dangle here. I've got these pretty guys too to think about that are so lovely. So I'm going to go about the same difference, the same distance between here and here. I'm going to connect somewhere over here. And that way I can make my third loop. And I'm really excited for the trip. I don't know, how long has it been since I've seen you, Nealay? It's exciting. And you know what else is exciting for those of you that live here in the Bay Area? Nealay is going to be here for the whole bead show. And SilverSilk will be at the whole bead show too. So it's a great opportunity to see both of us. If you want to make your way to the whole bead show in Oakland in November, both of us will be there. We'll be in different booths, but we'll both be around that weekend. Okay. I know, Kristen, I wish you were going. I wish you were going with us too. That would be super fun. Okay, so I'm just sliding my wire back through my beads again. And again, you can buy this kit that I'm using right now on our website, which is www.silversilkcompany.com. It's the only place you can buy this kit, and it's the only place you'll be able to get this cool pendant that Nealay made for us for the kit, which I'm not even using, but I am going to use in something else for sure, and I'll post a picture of it. But I just had this idea of like these intertwining loops of SilverSilk hanging off of the SilverSilk. And I thought, oh, I've really got to try that. I think that could be really, really cool and really nice and comfortable to wear. Let's see. So I'm going to, let's see, Denise says, oh, I missed the beginning. What did I miss? Well, we are using a kit that's being sold on the SilverSilk website that contains SilverSilk wire, knitted wire, from Nealay Patel at SilverSilk and More. You can actually buy on their website. The website, I think, is silversilkonline.com, and there's a 20% off coupon if you want to just buy some of the SilverSilk. But if you want the kit to get like the wire and all the findings and the beads and things, then you would buy the whole kit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and crimp away with my magical crimping pliers. Kristen, what sale did we start today? Is it started already? I can't remember. We did a planning meeting yesterday and we planned out 6 weeks of sales, and I think it's craft wire that just started on sale. Is that right? going to snip, snip. So I'm just taking the flat side of my cutter close to that crimp tube and snipping. Yeah, I'm using SoftFlex right now, but I'm weaving it into the SilverSilk here at the top. So this is the SilverSilk up here, and then these are SoftFlex loops down here. And then I might do, trying to decide if I want to keep it to just this or if I want to do one more with this really cute little bead on the end. I'm a little bit torn. I think I will. I think I'll do that. One last guy. And maybe I'll throw a couple of these in just to get that dark color up here at the top to kind of pull it together on both sides. So I need this bead and this bead for later and to finish it. So I'm going to do one more piece of SoftFlex. Sale started today and is good through Monday, September 24th. And Susie says do one more. I definitely will. And the sale is on Craftwire. It's 20% off. And there's going to be a bunch of cool videos posting. In fact, I have a new video posting tomorrow on our YouTube page that shows you how to use our new loop right pliers to make findings. So I show you how to make some ear wires using our Craftwire, some clasp. I show you how to use, oh, thanks, James. I show you how to use the loop right pliers to make chain. It's like a few different types of findings. And that'll post on our YouTube page sometime tomorrow, like midday. And it uses our SoftFlex Craftwire. So it will be a good time to stock up on your Craftwire. And then, of course, James is doing his Conversations in Wire every other Thursday. So you can check out his stuff too. And if you're planning on doing any of his projects, then it's a great time to stock up on Craftwire. Let's see. Love the live stream, but got to get back to work. Have a great day, Jody. You too. It is fun to be live. I mean, isn't, for those of you watching it right now, lots of people watch it after, but for those of you watching it right now, it's so nice that we can talk about the project as I'm doing it, and I can answer questions, and just, it's nice to be able to communicate in this way. Thank God for live stream. So I'm just fidgeting with getting both wires into a crimp tube on either side, and then I'm going to pull it down to my preferred size. Let's see what we got here. A little bit smaller, I think. And you could definitely measure these out and make sure that they are, you know, sized appropriately, especially when you go to do the second side. I tend to just kind of eye things out, and I'm okay with that, but some people are a little more particular, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and crimp this one. Hi everyone, here from Calabash, North Carolina, surviving the Hurricane Florence. Oh, do you have electricity? You must if you're online. There's still a lot of people that don't have electricity, right? Which is frightening. Especially, I think I heard on NPR it was quite cold in some areas, which is not good. Thank you. Our areas were hit hard. Fortunately, our home is okay. Well, I'm really glad for you. We've definitely been thinking a lot about all the folks out there in that area that haven't been very fortunate. I have an old roommate that lives in North Carolina, and the last update I had was she still didn't have electricity, and it sounded pretty awful. Sandy says, yes, but we're lucky. We do have power. And no, it's wicked hot. Oh, high temperatures. Okay, well, that's good. Maybe I misunderstood on NPR what they were talking about. I thought they said it was really, like, cold and that was causing even more problems. Okay, so there we go. We've got 4 rings. I'm going to do 3 more on the other side that are symmetrical to what we've got here. And then let's go ahead and practice closing this up. I'm going to believe Nealay that I don't need glue and try it once. And then I'll pull on it and see what happens because I've got 2 pairs in the kit here. So if not, then I'll put a little bit of glue in there too, just to feel like secure. And if I were you, I would use the specialty glue, which we have on our website, because I've used it a million times, and it's really, really strong glue and easy to use. If you don't glue your bottle shut, of course, which, you know, happened to me. Okay, so I think I'm just going to stick this inside here as far inside of it as I can go. Never done this before, but that's what I'm guessing. I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm just going to close that up. And wow, look at that, you guys. That's unbelievable. It really does hold. Huh. I would have never guessed. I'm super scared about my jewelry too because I have toddlers. I have a 2.5-year-old, almost 3, and a 4-year-old. And they're always pulling on my jewelry, like constantly yanking on my jewelry. So it really does work though. It holds on tight. Yeah, no glue. That's awesome. Rosanna says she's never needed glue. I guess I just didn't even think that this could hold on to it that well without glue. And I assumed that's what was happening. All right, so awesome. So then I'm just gonna attach my clasp up here, my little lobster clasp using a jump ring. I'll attach one on one side and then I will do the other on the other side. Let's just do this again just because it was fun. And it was so super easy, unbelievably easy to attach a really nice looking finding too. Like super nice. Single strand end caps. What kind of metal are they? Are they plated silver? Are they sterling silver? I think they're plated, right? It's hard to tell. And then I've got my sides attached. I've got my necklace coming down. Awesome. And then I just have to decide what I'm gonna do with this cool piece that I have left. Like I'd really like to maybe make a cool pair of earrings. And I could take some craft wire and wrap it around. Maybe that'll be a future project on the YouTube channel because I'm gonna start doing a project every other week on there. So I'll save that for a special YouTube show. And yeah, you can make a pair of earrings really easily because you've got tons of beads in here. I've still got my bugle beads and these got check beads that I haven't even touched yet. And then there's still a bunch of beads left in the mix. You could make a really cool little simple bead with this guy here. Why don't we do that? Maybe we'll use a couple of these just to add to it. Let's do a different shape this time to change it up. The wire is 10 feet, so you've got a pretty long length to design with if you buy one of these kits, which is handy. They're plated pewter, which are great for a beginning silver silker. So do you have other options in metal tones, or is that your only main option? These are 2-hole? I had no idea. That's awesome. 2-hole. Ooh, that kind of fascinates me. Like I could do like another ring of soft flex at the bottom. Let's try that. That's exciting. That just got me super excited. I don't think I've ever seen a 2-hole speared bead. That's so awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna do this because I think I'm gonna do a ring down here and see what that will look like. So I've gone through my crimp tube twice. I'm gonna go back in again a third time. 019 will fit through the 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes 3 times, but it is a very tight fit. So you do have to fidget with it just a little bit to get it to work. And this is where I'm going to attach to the ear wire up here. So it doesn't have to be huge, but you know, I want it to be like a decent size that it can kind of move around. The daggers are wonderful. It's a checkmate bead. I love them. I'm curious to see how the little soft flex ring will look. I'm glad I took a closer look. It's exciting. I love this kit. So many fun things to do. So we only had 28 of these kits to start. That's an unusually low number for us for kits. We usually have at least 35 or so. So if you want one of these, do get one quickly before they disappear forever. I'm going to cut another piece of soft flex here. And I'm going to go in that second hole. So awesome. And then I'm just going to make a ring down here and see what that looks like with a crimp tube. Yeah, the daggers are cool. Very cool. If I do a second seed bead revolution, I'm definitely going to be doing 2-hole daggers in it because that is exciting. So I'm thinking about a smaller ring like this maybe. Maybe like right there. And then I will use my crimping pliers to make my ring. These are going to be super light and easy to wear earrings, but they'll be nice and colorful too with the colored wire and this beautiful colored dagger bead. Really, really lovely. There we go. And we've got a really simple little earring, and we just need to take our ear wire from the kit and open it up, and then we can slide our earring on, and ta-da! Got a cute, simple little pretty earring. Yay! All right, so I had a ton of fun today doing this SilverSilk kit. Let me flip you guys up and around. Thank you so much, Nealay, for working with me on this kit. And I hope that a lot of you out there that have been scared to use SilverSilk will try the kit. It's got just a little bit in it, and then it's got a lot of other things too. Try it out, see what you think. You don't need any special tools to do the closure, which is nice. You just need a chain nose plier and some crimping pliers, and you are good to go. You can also pick up a copy of Nealay's book on our website, softflexcompany.com, which is going to give you a bunch of other cool ideas on how to use the knitted beading wire in your designs. And you can pick up a bunch of SilverSilk from Nealay directly if you want just that and the findings. And you can do that at silversilkonline.com. And it's 20% off your next order if you use coupon code SOFTFLEX, one word, SOFTFLEX. And it expires September 30th. So you definitely want to get in there and do that quickly. And just to give you a quick update on our video schedule, look for my YouTube video tomorrow using the Loop Right pliers on YouTube. Harvest Moon is September 25th at 1 p.m. We've got a Mike Sherman Private Collection live sale September 26th, next Wednesday at 1 p.m. And then, of course, always check out Kristen's videos every Monday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube. And then James will have a new video next week as well, but he just had his Peapod video using craft wire go up last Thursday, and it's adorable. So you should go check that out. We've got a great craft wire sale going on the website, 20% off. So definitely check that out as well. So nice seeing all of you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for all the sweet hearts, SilverSilk. We love you, Nealay, and I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks. It's going to be so much fun. But in the meantime, we got to get these designs done. That's my next big project this week. I've got to get my beads, baubles, and jewels designs done. So I will talk with you guys all soon. See you next Tuesday with Harvest Moon. Bye, guys.